the world need unsinkable faith? I don't think anyone will disagree that we live in an extremely negative world. We turn on the news every day and are just bombarded with negativity, with murders, with broken families, with divorce statistics, with politics and division and arguing and protesting and just so many things that not only break God's heart, but break mine, and I'm sure they break yours as well. We live in a negative world, and there's no way to deny that. And I think that we all believe that we don't have any control over what's happening around us and that we can't make a difference in the world. But that is so untrue. That is just a lie from the enemy. If God's people invited God and let him begin to transform their minds so that their hearts would be transformed, so that their lives could take on a new direction, so that they could have a faith that is unsinkable no matter what life throws at them and no matter what might be going on in our world. If we all invited God into our lives and asked him to begin transforming us, to changing us from the inside out, then we would be able to be a more positive role model and a more optimistic thinker, which would affect our own relationships, our marriages, and our children, in our communities, in our churches, in our schools, in our politics, in our country, and in our world. We don't have to be a victim of circumstance. We don't have to live with a heart full of negativity, despite how many negative things are going on around us. We all have the power within us, just as we're told in God's word, to capture our thoughts, to take them and make them pleasing to Christ, to let him transform our minds so that we can change the way we think, feel, and live. When we do that, we can change our lives one thought at a time. And everything that we do, we can pay forward. It's amazing to think how God uses even the smallest of situations, the smallest of good deeds, the smallest acts of kindness to have huge ripple effects. We can change this world. It is a negative place. But just because we live in negativity, in a negative world rather, doesn't mean that we have to let that negativity permeate our own hearts. I want to encourage everyone, especially the readers of Unsinkable Faith, to embrace God's truth that we can change and we can live a life of positive thinking, even in difficult circumstances and even in a negative world that wants to discourage our hearts every single day. We have the power within us. We can change our hearts one thought at a time. We can change our minds with one intentional act after another to choose to think positive. And we can change our lives because when we think different, we feel different, and then we live different.